to sleep, go to sleep. Oh, what? Insecure game text is... Don't... Oh my gosh, do I need to reinstall the... Do I need to reinstall the game? Because it's not working. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, little baby. Go to sleep, go to sleep. Got your time for you. Yada yada yada, should do yada yada. Bah. Yada yada. Hush now, my child. Bah. Bah humbug. Hopefully this download will be ready soon. I really freaking hope so, because I also hope this fixes the issue, because it just stopped working yesterday, or today, all of a sudden, like some sort of missing text or some text file. Probably just a bit of code that made it make the entire program malfunction. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, that's working. There, yeah. Okay. Oh my god, I have to do it again? Are you kidding me? Is there... I don't think there's even a way for me to,
Hi
get
there.
back to where I was.
Thank you very much for playing
Skip... Oh, wait, I can do
the
that.
beginner's guide. My name is Davey.
Okay, here we are. I'm gonna... First of all... That's better.
Yep. In this game, you can only walk backwards.
Ah. The past was behind her. That's kind of cool. That's kind of a neat idea for a game. Like, if this was in, like, a horror game or something, it'd be especially cool.
So it's a short and
But
relatively
the future cannot
minimalist
be
experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Code is trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
Wow. Wait. Oh, wait. This is so confusing. Okay, I'm going this way. When she stops and looks, it becomes clearer. That's kind of cool. But if the future is always behind her, how will she find the strength to confront it?
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that.
That's kind of...
Which to me is why it works.
That's pretty...
Because it gets out quick.
Really good... That's
okay,
like a really
next
good
one.
concept. Ah, I can walk in... Oh. I guess we're just walking on the path right now. You are now entering
And that's it.
Oh.
Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
I entered. That's very interesting.
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
Nonsense in nearly every direction. Oh.
I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it.
Like,
once he stopped to work on a game, like,
style.
that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Oh, I'm getting very slow.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
I'm just gonna walk. Let's see here. Enjoying the... Wow, I've made so much progress. I'm almost there. Like... It takes like 3 seconds per step. Or like, it takes like a second per... No, it's closer to 3 seconds per step. Well, and they're like... What, maybe... Actually, there are like 30 more steps. No, I'm not... Stand on an X, staring at a bear for 3 hours. Oh. Oh. I feel immediately overwhelmed.
A room that's warm and nice and filled with little ideas for games. Coda would often tell me that he didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
Oh. Read an enemy's be able to... Oh. Press U to surrender. I'm pressing it. Okay. Ready, set, fish. I'm ready to fish. Ah. What a cozy little audio. The audio's cozy, the setting's not as cozy. Cool little floor light.
Well, this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
Can I, like, hit this again and then go back through? Does this one go up and open? Oh, yeah, no, that was right.
Don't forget that solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon. We're gonna see it a lot.
There are 3 dots in the walls. I won't forget that, no. I will not, in fact, forget that.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve a puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. Alright, now I'm going to modify the game again, so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Oh. Oh, yo.
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of
Oh
knowing.
my god, it's
I actually
so
find
big.
it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing. or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
That's fascinating. Oh, we're back. What am I now? Oh, I'm exiting this time.
This,
Before
combined
I was
with the
entering, now
entering
I'm
game from
exiting.
earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering
What
game.
am I exiting?
There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
Oh. I see. The Great and Lovely Descent. Okay, let's go to the house.
Let's talk about video game development for a second. Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
Oh, bunch of tables.
To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source. Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
Ah. I suppose so. Is there an upstairs?
The tools
or is it
available to
just-
the creator shape
Yeah,
what
yeah,
kinds
I
of
thought I
creative
saw it
work they're
upstairs.
going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
A lot of linear boxy corridors. A streetwise fool. Or the streetwise fool. Can I sit down anywhere? Or is this just the whole game? Oh, now this door's open. This looks like... Is this a platforming challenge? Yo, wait. Interesting. Oh shoot, I missed. Oh. I guess we're just going all the way down then. Can I go into the... Can I go see the... What is that? I don't even know. What's the point of this? Okay. Fascinating. Oh. I'm running. This is clearly horror. I've been blocked. Okay. Yeah, this is horror. Oh.
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that. This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
Well, there's a difference between playable and abstract. This is definitely more of an abstract experience.
It's the puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time. There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Okay, so he's like a third time or a fourth time, or he just uses that puzzle a bunch then. There's weird that there's no light in here. Like the unnatural light is brighter than the natural light. Hold on, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I am back. I'm not stinky. What? What is this slander from? Yeah, like I said, this is abstract. You there? Did you come up from
Here,
up
Coda
above?
begins using a
What was
kind
up
of
there?
dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
There's an enormous prison that's been housing. That's the road above. You've been there. This is important. Did you have to get through a puzzle with 2 wooden switches? Mic a bit quiet compared to in-game. Okay, wait here. I'll turn the audio down a little bit. I just forgot to turn closed captions back on. Is that a little bit better? Here, let me try getting a little closer to the microphone. I don't want to tell you. What are you, a cop? Their heads are listen, so... You think you want to get through? Trust me, you don't. This is the most important thing in the world. You have to escape this prison. I don't believe your heads. Oh, one says speak and one says listen. Wait, so I can go through here and then go to a different set of speakers and listeners. I'm gonna gaslight them. Who are you? Okay. Let's see.
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
This is definitely the most interesting one so far. And it seems like this last section is actually like well constructed too, from what I can see. Yeah, this is kind of pretty, or not? Maybe not pretty,
It's a
but
lamppost.
calming.
Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out.
Wow.
I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in
Abstract
that
isn't
headspace
bad.
for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a
So
destination.
this is like kind of like a checkpoint.
We're going to
for
see it in
him.
the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
Ah. Oh yeah. Obviously they're still gonna stay like pretty short games. Game is connected to the internet. As you walk around you can leave notes. All notes you see are left by other players. I don't believe you. Nice room, not. No, that's not written by another player.
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is
Yeah.
not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're going to see have been written by Coda.
Yeah,
This
of
was
course.
actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up.
Ooh, weekend game
I saw
jam.
him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So
Oh,
right
holy
away I was
shit.
like,
No, for
I
real.
have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy trying to get his attention. I was
Yeah.
over enthusiastic,
Yeah, yeah.
but he was very
Been
gracious
there.
about it and very patient with me,
Good for him.
and I cooled off eventually.
Everyone
Oh, feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them. Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and
For
beliefs
real.
and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
There's an acorn somewhere.
But it's ironic, isn't it? That in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him.
Wow.
And I have
That's
to be
true,
honest
yeah.
with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing.
Oh,
I
no,
could just
for
get to
real.
know you through your work.
But seducing
I think this
maybe
is why I
not the
always
best
liked
word
those
for
games
that.
so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world, and then I feel less lonely too.
Yeah? I mean, he just kind of absolutely told me not to go over there. So... Oh, he needs someone to talk to. What the dog is this bot talking about? Fuck, you mean seductive? Well, he's a guy, but like, like I said, seductive was not the best word for that. This is kind of interesting. Who are all of you? That's a good question. Who are you, Miko? Who are you? I beat the game.
At the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means. Each of
The
these
puzzle
games
again?
represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one. In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on. And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together.
Is that a really
Grasp at
huge
that
typewriter?
elusive bigger picture.
Oh no, it's just a whole bunch of them. Not even typing anything. I can talk. What do you want me to say? You're not giving me the opportunity. Oh.
Okay, this one is tough. It's gonna kind of just spin its own wheels for a few minutes.
Porn stars die too. What a name. This reminds me of Portal, doesn't it? Wait, Miko, do you know Portal? This kind of feels like Portal. Or at least like Portal 2. Excuse me.
See, this is it. The whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway.
You've heard
Except
of it, yes?
for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
Porn Stars Die Too, Part 2. Except this time there's nothing here. There's a giant hole in the ground. That's not a hole. Okay. Oh, you can't hear me? Okay, that should be a little bit better actually. I don't know why my mic was a little bit lower than it was supposed to be there. I don't think it actually minds what I put here because it's just gonna put the same thing no matter what. This is very uncomfortable all of a sudden.
There's a bit more to this one, but still it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
Better, you think?
So okay, he throws it out and starts over.
You think
this time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Please walk forward. Is it gonna call me a good girl if I do this? This is interesting. You don't know? Okay, my bad. But can you hear me better now? Touch the shelves. Escape will now open. Return to the start to be taken back to your prison. Okay, so it's what? Touch the table. Or table. That off, on. Move this and then touch that. Okay. Yeah, okay, cool.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape.
Oh.
Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. and then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside.
Oh.
Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this, to see a person basically unraveling through their work.
I gotta go quickly.
Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on?
Oh.
But Coda doesn't have
That's
that
weird.
voice telling you to stop.
It's weird.
That particular mechanism of defense.
Oh, we're back to the
against
parkour.
yourself.
Aw.
Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going, and then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
Oh, really? Oh, it's a lamppost again, yeah. All roads lead to Rome. Oh shoot. Oh, I'm you from after you escape from prison.
It's a conversation. And so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone
What
who
the
knows.
creepy for real, dude.
But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
Yeah, definitely the third one. I don't like the noise. No. Just talk with me. Will you be here? I'll be here for as long as you need.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
So what would it
This
look
is
like
so
if Coda
long.
wanted to make a game about talking
not
to
even in
someone
2010
other
yet.
than himself?
But these
To me,
stories are
this
actually really
environment is meant to
fascinating.
represent Coda's puzzle, with the two doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
This is such a nice house. What? I want to live here. Oh, hey, it's you. But like, this is, wow. Isn't, Miko, isn't this like such an interesting house? Oh, new dialogue stuff.
You'll notice that the quality of the art is a step up from previous games.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Almost nostalgic, yeah. It really does, doesn't it? Wow, dude. Eerily nostalgic. Like a dream realm sort of thing, or? Do you enjoy being a house cleaner? Like a memory that doesn't belong to you? That's a good way of describing it, yeah. I feel at home, but also not at my home, you know? That's kind of exactly what it is, I feel like. Make it especially cheesy. No, that's stupid, sorry. Oh, that's too real. I've heard that one a lot. Just, you know it was stupid, sorry. Never mind.
After the intense set of prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
Do these chores ever end? Because I just did that. You've got to own it, otherwise it owns you.
I know that Coda really liked this game. Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was, like, grossly happy all the time. Just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It really, there's a bit of truth in that. Clean up the books. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just gotta keep reminding yourself.
I'm glad he made this. I'm glad he found some peace.
Question.
But,
do you enjoy
of course,
this?
it can't last. The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave.
Oh.
The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
But I wanted to stay in the house for longer. Oh.
Which is
And
the whole
here's the
point of the puzzle
lamppost.
doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move.
Oh,
I
It's
really
closed
thought that
off.
was the point of it.
September 2009.
This one gets a bit goofy.
Oh. Okay. I'm here to become perfect. That's gonna be a bit more difficult. I wonder if this game has speed runs. That would be pretty interesting. I don't know where I don't know where the head is facing.
About halfway through the game, the perspective shifts. And you play as the teacher. And suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
If there's an end, there's a speed run. Yeah. You know, this one actually does make sense. If you're torturing yourself to find the right solutions for your life, you're not doing it right. Yeah. The best answers usually kind of just come to you. You could just say JK, JK. If there's an end, there's a speedrun. I mean, that's fair, yeah. I don't understand the black hole still, but... Holy shit, you guys. Is something coming out of the back of the room? Look out. I had to say that one. Everyone run! Run!
I felt pretty hard for this one. I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human.
Yeah.
I think about this game a lot these days.
Hey, we made it to 2010.
This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Ah. The performance is beginning. Places. Okay. This you know you'll be playing as you. I take center stage, which I believe is like right here. First you'll start out leaning against this wall. The woman across the room in this chair is a professional photographer of animals. It's your dream to photograph animals professionally. Jump scare. No, yeah, it was such a the lights turning on. That was so startling. Hello. Oh wait, I should have. Hello, that's it. That's not a conversation. I didn't have anything else to say. I'm super scared right now. I don't know what you said to her. But you knew you were wanted? You were confident? This seems like the most confident one. What? What? Why don't you just play yourself if you're gonna make a play out of yourself? Can I, like, bounce between the two? No, my bumpers! God damn it. Oh. And that's the end, huh? I'm jailed.
The game ends with this eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life.
The lamppost is back there.
To fears of
What?
having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer. But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
Another 5 months, huh? You must keep your eyes closed. Okay, I'm closing my eyes. I don't know what to do. Do I click? Hello? Did I win? Oh, wait.
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much
What?
impossible to solve otherwise.
Oh,
And there is a solution, by the way.
what's going on? Wait, was that happening before? Please tell me how to solve this. Oh, we're about to die. Okay, wait. What's going on? Something enormous just appeared on the radar. Tomato to solve this. Hello? Are you gonna give me something else to do? Nope, okay. Also, Miko, no, literally, I just had my eyes closed. I can't see anything. Oh! You can go down this way. If I go talk to you, truth. The only way to stop it is they speak something that's honest. I can't keep making these.
Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off, He's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking.
At least
so
he followed
where's that coming
instructions.
from? But
Yeah,
then
I
even
guess
weirder,
I
his
guess I
work
was
has
a pretty
potentially
good girl.
stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way. His games are going to get more desperate from here on out.
Oh.
After this game, it's almost 6
Oh,
months
no.
before he finishes something new.
December 2010. Where am I? Hello? Is anyone here? Is that a person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I talked to anyone. You look lost? I am lost. I don't know where the hell I am. I have nothing left to give my work. Did something change? The islands are getting bigger the more I need to see it to know why it stopped. That's not what I meant to click. Okay.
If the last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even.
Oh, that is
Still,
not the
he
one
keeps
I
making
pressed.
games.
It said
Keeps
deal and I pressed
throwing
number
himself
3.
into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for? Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet. And
I can't open it.
He didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
I meant to say close the first door. Oh, that's... Oh, wait, no, my fingers were on the wrong keys. Never mind. No wonder. Gotta go to sleep? Oh. No, I'm... Oh, okay. I think it should be finished pretty soon, but... Alright, Miko. Love you. I'll see you... I'll talk to you tomorrow, hopefully. I hope so. Goodbye.
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
Oh, they're crying. There's no machine. No, I don't have to, I don't remember having to go through any puzzle.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering. This is someone I really cared about, and I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
The crying in the background is really an interesting decision.
I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything. I had never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
Oh. Oh.
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
So he's only got like one more game left. This might even be the last game. Let's make this quick. It calls itself Coda. Oh my. There's no lever on the back of the door. Coda, you say.
And of course, it's the machine.
You stopped. Your work was keeping us alive. Not healthy, but alive. It was only because of your creations that any of us can make it through every day. I've been so alone. I don't want to be mean, but I don't want to. My friends. Falls on me to deliver bad news. The machine will not apologize to us. I don't know which one I think is more You're stronger than it thinks we are. Let's show it that we are not failures. We will not destroy the machine. Here it is again. The stage is set. And here is the gun again. Do I need to go down? Do I need to jump off the stage?
Remember, you can click to fire the gun.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking
I remember all of
I
these.
realized that I could be the one
This
to
is the
initiate.
last game, isn't it?
Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
I remember all of these. He's destroying his own work.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape
Oh,
games.
that's what the beginner's
I brought them to
guide
people
is!
that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was
It's not
just to give
doing
them some
anything.
external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Coda. How do I drop it?
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem.
This isn't
They
a
told me how
problem that
much
you
they enjoyed
just
his games. It
fix.
was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
That's not what he was looking for, was it?
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh,
And so
no.
out of nowhere, one day I get
Oh,
an
no.
email.
Wait,
And
please,
it's got a
no.
private link to a new game of Coda's.
Okay.
This
Oof.
one's called The Tower.
Oh my
And
god.
to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever
For a
made.
second, I thought that was gonna go down a
So,
really,
let's take a
really
look.
bad route. Oh, thank god. It did not. The Tower.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game. This room actually has a maze in it.
Ah.
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
These are the Stanley Parable things.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze? The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
It may just be me, but I don't think Coda appreciated that you shared his work. And then got pleasant feedback from it.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side.
A complete.
So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the
game.
first two challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem.
Like I said,
But I can
some
open this
things
door
are
for you,
not
so
just
let me do
problems
that.
to be fixed.
Was I a failure
They're
for not
deeper.
understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember,
I get
it's
that
June of
feeling.
2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many
audio
conclusions
is
from looking
so
at all of his work up
strange.
to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
For a second I thought those were like wall hieroglyphics. Pink? He's putting some color in?
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy.
Mm.
It was that I
I
needed
don't
to
wanna walk
see
off.
myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed.
Yeah. Sometimes it's difficult
Where did I screw
doing
up?
what you think is best for somebody, and then sometimes it just doesn't work. Dear Davy,
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. poisoned it for you.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was expecting, almost. I've been there.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
I wonder at times whether you think I'm making these games for you. You've so infected my personal...
And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, it was... I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
You so infected my personal space that it's possible I did begin to plant solutions in my work somewhere hidden between games. If there was an answer, a meaning, would it make you any happier? Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes? Yeah, that's what I thought it was. That's what I thought was going on. Giving them something that is not yours to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe. Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them? What? You were the one adding lampposts? That's a huge plot twist.
And then you stopped, and I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
Would you simply let them be what they are? When I am around you, I feel physically ill. You desperately need something and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. The fact that you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine. You're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks, and that you make peace with this thing you are wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And when you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry.
It's closing in on me.
I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me?
I think
because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Sometimes you don't get a choice. If you have a really good friend, a close friend.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
If you have a friend and you screw up, you make a mistake, you can apologize as much as you need. But you can't force them to forgive you. You can't force them to come back. It's not your duty. And it's not exactly fun if they decide not to come back. But it's not your choice in the end. And really, I've talked to my friend about this exact thing like not too long ago. The best thing you can do for that friend is to respect their decision and move on. And that's so hard. That's so difficult. But it's what you need to do. It's not your place to try to fix the problem. It needs to be mutual. It needs to be mutual.
Solution. I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons. Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
This looks like the eye of the universe from Outer Wilds. I know it's not really the time, but this reminds me a whole lot of that.
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like. What now? I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for. And so I'm just gonna... Okay.
I mean, I know I don't personally know this guy, but obviously he has his own issues. And I'm glad he sees that what he did was wrong. Not everybody can do that. Also, he's Canadian, so of course he's going to say sorry. Oh. That's the second game. What was it, the whistle? The whistle machine? The machine. You called it the machine. Are we gonna float up on out of here? Does this represent him moving on in the end? Wow. What a heartbreaking game. What a soul-wrenching game. I mean, in Soul, it's the story of a friend who was too eager and a friend who was being eaten alive by it. It's gotta be pretty tough. Well, I think that'll be the end of the stream. Bye. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys later.